Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron. Welcome back to my fall 2019 box office predictions. And the question that's going through your head right now is Malik, what is this? Why aren't we on Box Office Mojo? Why are we on this website I've never seen before? Well, the reason why I'm not on Box Office Mojo is because a couple days ago, Box Office Mojo went through some changes. And in my opinion, these changes were for the worse. So boom, this is the new Box Office Mojo. And it's turned into this disgusting thing. And there's a couple reasons why I say that. First reason is because it just looks ugly to me. It doesn't look appealing to the eye. Like the original design was far more appealing. It's far more simple, and it just looked nice. This just looks, ugh. I'm not a fan. And the second thing is, the original Box Office Mojo website. It was so easy, to look up certain things, and I pretty much mastered that old website. But here it's just like I don't know where to go, how to go. What is this? This is all foreign to me. Like I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. But then this right here is the thing that really insulted me and really pissed me off. Is that okay, let's just say I want to look up Gemini Man for whatever reason. And I was like, okay, I want to look up Will Smith's box office just to see how he's done, right? So I go up cast information. Guess what? It's behind a paywall. A paywall. So IMDb Pro, which is an Amazon company, and I've heard Amazon stock isn't doing too hot right now, but IMDb Pro owns Box Office Mojo. And now that they have, I guess, full control, like complete control over them, yeah, now I have to sign up for their freaking thing. And it's just, I don't like that. I think that's disgusting. I think it's greedy. Ugh, I hate it. And for that reason, I was just like, look, Box Office Mojo, we've had a really good run. I really liked your website before, but now I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm done. I'm dropping you. It's over. So this is going to be the last time you are ever going to see Box Office Mojo in one of my videos. That's a guarantee. Unless they switch back to the original, design of the website, but I doubt it. So Box Office Mojo, it was a good run, but you're dead to me now. Goodbye. And so now, as an alternative, I'm using the numbers, which is a pretty good second choice to what Box Office Mojo used to be. And I used the numbers a lot for like years, for like different reasons, like Blu-ray sales, box office. Enough about website drama. We gotta talk about box office, right? We gotta talk about the movies coming out this weekend, and boy, oh boy, it's a slow weekend. It's very slow, in fact. There's not much exciting out there. I mean, what we got? Black and Blue, Countdown, the Current War Director's Cut. I don't know why there's an E there. So yeah, I know, real compelling stuff. But we have to talk about it anyway, because that's part of the job of being a box office predictor. So let's go over the first one, Black and Blue. We're going to go over its pros and cons very quickly. So let's get to it. Pros, this could appeal to adult audiences, but at the same time, Joker's been appealing to adult audiences all month long, and I don't think that's going to change. So, that's kind of a hit or miss thing, really. It's not much of a... It's neither a pro or a con. It's just... it's middle ground. But the cast is... Well, it's recognizable. That much is true. And we got Naomi Harris, who played a role in the Spectre and Skyfall, the James Bond movies. But her role was so small that it's really not worth mentioning. But thing is, you may recognize her a bit more from. Gotta get to her acting credits here. Was Moonlight, where she was nominated for an Oscar. So, I mean, yeah, that could help this movie. So there's her, there's Tyrese Gibson. You probably know him. He's one of the main-ish characters in the Fast and Furious series. So, he's recognizable. And they got Frank Grillo, who played a somewhat small role in Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. He also played a role in the second and third Purge movies. And they got Mike Coulter, who was, Luke Cage in the Marvel Netflix series before it got canned. So these four actors, they're recognizable, right? But none of them are real draws. So that's a very big problem. And that's where the cons start to come in. So as I just said, none of these actors are draws. None of them are able to open a movie by themselves. So Frank Grillo did have the Purge movies, but the reason why those Purge movies were successful is not because of the cast. It was because of the premise of the whole 12 hours of, no crime. That was the gimmick, and it worked. It wasn't who was in it. It was the gimmick that made that series successful. And, so that's a problem. A lack of bankable cast. And then also, it's just no one's talking about this movie. This movie barely has any interest at all. It just feels like one of those movies that was just dumped. That, one of the movies that Sony had, they just had lying around. And just Black and Blue, throw that to, the last week of October. It might make $1 or $2, but who cares? I mean, we got bigger things, to release. Like Charlie's Angels. I'm just kidding. No one's going to see Charlie's Angels. I guarantee you that. But, they do have Jumanji Next Level, Little Women, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So they got some good stuff coming out. But this Black and Blue definitely ain't it. And the fact that this movie is one of those corrupt cop, dirty cop movies. And unless your movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio or Denzel Washington, these type of movies aren't very successful. They don't have a huge audience. And there are some comparisons that I found. There are some similar corrupt cop movies. Movies like Street Kings, which was directed by David Ayer before he made Suicide Squad. Fun fact. And Brooklyn's Finest, which was in 2010. Both those movies had ensemble cast. They were both corrupt cop movies. They both made about the same amount of money, about less than $30 million a piece domestically. So I think it's fair Black and Blue is also going to be in that same ballpark, but just a bit lower because, because Street Kings had Keanu Reeves, right? And Brooklyn's Finest had, I forgot. Had Ethan Hawke, Alec Baldwin, Don Cheadle, Wesley Snipes. A bit more, even more recognizable cast than this. So because of that, it's not going to do as well as those. So overall, opening weekend, I have to say $9 million. $9 to $10 million is probably my range right now. $9 to $10 million opening weekend. Overall, I'll probably make $25 to $30 million. I'll have a very short life in theaters before it just gets crushed by the November slate. And then no one will ever talk about this movie again. So that's that for Black and Blue. So that's Black and Blue. So next up, we have to talk about countdown. We are really in the crapper for, in terms of movies right now. I just can't wait for November to start. At least interesting stuff will happen in November. Even though a lot of the movies in November don't look particularly good. But you know what? We'll talk about them when we talk about them. So that is all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. If you want to go check out my other fall predictions, I have a playlist for that. I got past playlists of summer 2019, the blockbusters, not blockbusters. You know the drill. And yeah, that is all. And I am out.